Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be my second XOBeauty brush and lash review. I did do one of these like a fair while ago, like kind of recently after the brushes came out. I will have that linked off down below. I did a review on 2 of the 3 sets that were out. And this video today is going to be me showing you a little bit about each of the individual brushes, the ones that are sold individually. I think a couple of them come from sets but you can purchase them individually. I'm going to kind of talk about each one of them individually really briefly, and then at the end I'll kind of tell you my recommendations. So we're going to start off with the brushes. I have quite a lot to talk about, so sorry if this video is a little bit long. I do just want to get all my opinions out there for you. Just before I get into the review, I do just want to say for a whole on all of these brushes, they are all extremely easy to clean. They are all very, very soft, and So we're going to start off with the face brushes, and I have 3 to show you today. The first one is the small tapered face brush. This is pretty much the same as the MAC 109. It's really, really good for just contouring. You can also use it to apply blush and highlight, but I personally use this as a contouring brush. The next brush that I have to show you is my favourite, or one of my favourites, and it is the Precise brush. I've talked about this a lot, and I've shown it in tutorials, and I mentioned it in favourites, or at least in Shannon's favourites, but this is the Precise brush, and this is basically a duo fibre blush brush in the sense that it is like duo fibre, but it is more of like a kind of paddle shape, perfect for applying blush, which is what I do use it for, but primarily I use it to apply more liquid foundations. The final face brush that I have to show you guys is the XOBeauty bronzer brush. Now this is the newest XOBeauty brush to my collection, and I have really been enjoying it. I see a lot of gurus use this in their tutorials, and I find it perfect just for getting right into the areas where I want to apply my bronzer, and it just blends everything out flawlessly. So if you're looking for a good bronzer brush, this one is definitely a good option. Now the eye brushes, I'm sure there are more than this in terms of like the individuals, but these are just the ones I have, and I have quite a lot of favourites in here, so I'll try speed through these. Firstly, I want to talk about these brushes here. I think these ones do come in a set also with a flat top. This is basically the miniature, you know, Kabuki brush set. I don't know what they're called in terms of Shannon's website, but it's basically just the flat top, the angled top, the round top, and the pointed top. I don't have the flat top, but I love all of these ones. I find that they work really well for cream product, whether it be a cream eyeshadow, you know, underneath the eyes, anything like that, blending out concealer, anything like that. I think it works really great for that, just because they are similar to the Kabuki brushes, just in a miniature form. They just fit really easy, you know, like around the nose. The one that I find myself gravitating towards the most is the angled brush. I don't know why. I think it's just because like it lays flatter against my skin. I feel like if I had the flat top one, I would use that all the time, but this one works really great, and the other ones do as well. I would recommend the pointed one more for like working with blemishes, because you can kind of load up the tip with product and just sort of dot it on and then blend it out with the sides of the brush. The round one again does the same jobs, but the round one I do use a little bit more for applying cream products to my lids. Next I'm going to go on to the biggest eye brush that I think I've ever seen, and this is the large eyeshadow. Now this is a very large eyeshadow brush, as you can see in comparison to my face. What I use this for is either doing like literally like a cream colour all the way over my lid. I'm talking like, you know, like Creamy Vanilla by Jordana, just a really plain shadow. But what I actually really love to use this for is to apply cream highlight, or to just apply powder highlight to my cheekbones, because it's just the perfect sort of size and shape to go up my cheekbones. It also fits down the bridge of the nose like beautifully. You know, it's just a really nice kind of big yet detailed brush. If you're going to use it for the face, it's very detailed. If you're going to use it for the eyes, it's very big. But I really like this brush. I don't know if it's like a must-have in everyone's collection. I mean, if you need a big brush, then I'd recommend it, but I do find myself reaching for this all the time. XOBeauty short eyeshadow brush, and this is just a little, almost fluffy in a good way, domed brush. It is very small, as you can see. This one I use to sort of smudge eyeshadows underneath my lower lash line, put colours in the inner tear duct, blend out eyeliner, all that sort of stuff. Now the other one that is similar is the eye definer brush. Now this doesn't look similar at all. It's more synthetic. I think that one feels like natural hair at least. This is definitely, yeah, more synthetic feeling. It's a square brush, well, rectangular, but it's got a flat top, and I find this does pretty much the same things. I just don't reach for this one as much because it is a little bit stiffer, so if you're looking for more of a dramatic application, this is really good. You can also use this for brows, for liner. You could even use it to do your lips with. These are all quite multi-purpose, but this one I find I don't use quite as much as the other eyeshadow brush that I just showed you guys. So next is the synthetic eyeshadow brush. This is just a synthetic eyeshadow brush. It looks kind of like a concealer brush with the orange bristles, but I really like this for applying my cream shadows or even just for applying eyeshadows in general. I do generally use this for creams because I like to not mix my brushes, but I find that it works really well. It's just like quite large in a good way, like I can just kind of do a couple swipes and then the product is all over my lids. Next I have three little blending brushes, well, three blending brushes. These two, I think the names would suit better for either one, because this is the Tapered blender and this is the Tapered crease. I think this one is really good as a crease brush. It is not super duper firm, it's not a really firm crease brush. You can use this to apply stuff into the crease and then slightly blend it, whereas this one I use primarily for placing colours into the crease and blending. So yeah, the Tapered blender is better for the crease and the Tapered crease is better for blending. But these two are both really good. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go for the Tapered crease just because it's a little bit more multi-purpose, whereas this one is just a little bit smaller. The final brush that I have to show you guys today is by far my favourite brush for the eyes and possibly my favourite XOBeauty brush that I own, and it is the Eyeshadow blender. Now this is a really big brush. If you can see in comparison to my eyes, it's a really big blending brush and I love it. It is seriously ideal for a blending out product. Like today I put on this eye look right here, which I did a video on if you guys want to see it, and I basically just blended it really quickly and then I got this effect with this brush. Like I literally just go like this and like this and it just blends everything effortlessly because it is so big and fluffy. I honestly can't say enough good things about this brush. If you need a good blending brush, I recommend this one, and if you're literally going to buy one XOBeauty brush that I'm talking about today, let it be this one. So now we're going to be moving on to the lashes. I'm going to be moving from most natural to most intense. The first pair is the Flirt, and I really like this pair. This is my favourite out of the entire lash line. It is basically a very, I was going to say dramatic, very natural outer corner lash that for my personal lashes, it is what the length that it starts at is basically the length of my natural lashes, so it just flows in effortlessly, and like the rest of these lashes, so easy to apply. They literally pop on your eye. All I do is I take my fingers and I push it kind of on the outer corner and then bend it around and pop it on the inner corner, and it's done. So simple, so easy. This one obviously is a lot easier, really good for beginners because you're just popping it on once, you don't have to attach it to the inner corner, and it just gives it a little bit of extra volume. Even if you do have longer lashes, I still think it would be worth a look just to give that little thickened effect. So next pair is the Innocent, and these are what I would call the big brother of the Flirt. They're basically what I think the Flirt would look like if they were a full lash. The thing that I really like about these, and I don't know if it's coming across on camera or in the photos, but through kind of the main body of the lash, so to about halfway or just past halfway in the length of the lash, it's very crisscross, so it just kind of looks like a block almost of hair, and then at the ends it's just got little wispy individual hairs, which I think just give the most pretty effect. It makes the body of your lashes look very full and thick, and then you've got those little wispy bits kind of sticking out of the end. Hopefully you guys can see that, but I really love this pair, probably my second favourite pair. The next pair is actually the pair that I'm wearing today, and it is my third favourite pair. I guess I really like the natural ones, but this one isn't super duper natural. This is where we're getting into the kind of more dramatic lashes, but as you can see, I don't know, they're not natural, but they are natural. You can tell they're not my real lashes, but they are very natural looking falsies, if that even makes sense. They are the Romantic. Now the Romantic and the Glamourista, which are the next pair that I'm going to show you, are very similar. The main difference is that the Romantic tapers from inner tear duct to the outer corner. It kind of flares out quite naturally. It's not as dramatic as the Feline, which I'll show you later. But I find this is really flattering because it's not as long in the inner tear duct, so it's not uncomfortable to wear. Not that the other ones are, but I just find it's a lot more flattering considering I have shorter lashes. So this is definitely a must-have. I would definitely recommend this one. The shorter pairs like the Innocent might not work for you if you have really long lashes, because your lashes will be longer than the false lashes themselves. They're going to be more noticeable. But this is probably perfect if you have longer lashes, or if you just want a dramatic to natural looking lash. Definitely recommend this set. The next one are the ones I'm talking about that are pretty much the same but a little bit more dramatic, and they are the Glamourista. So this one I find is a little bit thicker and darker than the other ones, as well as it starts off a lot longer in the inner tear duct and kind of goes from short to long to short again. It's not like a kind of cat-eyed effect like the pair that I'm wearing, which is the Romantic. Again, these would look really, really great on everyone. I just don't find myself wearing these ones as much as I wear the Romantics. So it really depends if you prefer like a subtle flared effect, or if you like them to be longer in the middle, which does give you that little bit more of like an open-eyed effect. So the next two pairs are really, really pretty. They're just a little bit more dramatic. The first pair is the Feline. Now this particular pair goes from very, very short to very, very long. It does have that feline cat-eye effect because it goes from short to long, and I do find that about halfway to 3/4 of the way out, the lashes get almost darker and thicker as well as longer. I don't know if you can really see on camera. So out of all of the pairs of lashes, this is my least favourite on myself. Now I'm saying on myself because I find that the shape of my eyes or the size of my eyes, or maybe it's the makeup looks that I wear, I don't know, something about my eye shape doesn't really suit the Flirt, but I have seen them on Shannon, I've seen them on Sally, I've seen them on a lot of other people. You know, pictures posted all over the internet. It looks amazing on them. I just find that with a lot of false lashes you need to kind of find the ones that suit your eyes, and I find that the felines in particular don't really suit my eye shape. Now the final pair that I want to show you guys is the one that I was wearing in my videos with Shannon. They are the Gold Digger. Now I'm pretty sure these are Shannon's favourite, and I can see why. These are kind of like a hybrid of the Feline and the Romantic, because they start off short to medium in the inner tear duct, and then in the middle of the lash they've got kind of like, there's like 3 kind of clusters of spiky lashes, like really thick spikes of lashes, and then it goes out to like a flared kind of effect. I do really like that pair also, but again it is a little bit more dramatic, so you have to wear it with quite a dramatic look just to kind of make it blend a little bit better. Do keep in mind that I have short to medium lashes, so that's why I like the lashes that I like and don't really wear the lashes that I don't really wear. You might have longer lashes, which might mean that you never wear the Flirt or the Innocent, but you always wear the other ones. You know what I mean? So just do keep that in mind. As for my must-haves, I would definitely say any of the lashes, whichever ones tickle your pickle. They all go on amazingly, they look phenomenal on, and they are handmade, so they all look very, very beautiful. Now for my must-have brushes, I would definitely recommend the bronzer brush if you are a bronzer kind of person. It just fits perfectly in all the areas that you want to bronze, and it blends everything out really, really well, and of course it is soft like all of the rest of her brushes. My next must-have is the Precise brush. I find that this one is really, really great for applying foundation and blush, as I said, so definitely a must-have. The eyeshadow blender brush is probably my #1 must-have if you are an eyeshadow wearer. This will be your best friend. My final one is the short eyeshadow brush, which is perfect for smudging out liner or underneath the lash line. So that concludes my review, guys. I hope you found it helpful. I did just want to kind of put this video out there because a lot of you guys are interested in the brand and a lot of you wanted me to do this video, so I hope you did find it helpful. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to ask more questions down below if you have any, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!